Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Another big week, some interesting statistics floating around, but I tell you what, something I failed to mention last week, which I'm pretty excited about, polywaffle's making a comeback. Did you see that in the news? Polywaffle, as a byproduct of the virus, has been funded to bring back the polywaffle. So how exciting is that? So that's our excitement for 2020. Anyway, on the real estate side, last week, according to the Real Estate Institute at West Australia, 400 sales occurred. That's still down on our 700 odd that we were prior to the effect of the virus, but certainly better than we were probably 3 weeks ago where it was in the 200s. So we are seeing some progress there. Some interesting statistics of that. Around 67% of that was houses. The remaining 30 odd percent, 33% was units and land. So it's a bit of a mixture, about half of those. Properties on the market. Remember I talked about that magical 12,000 figure? Well, we're down to 11,638. So that'll be a combination of not a lot of properties coming to the market and also obviously the sales. But what I was just looking at the figures, there seems to be a slight imbalance in some of these figures. Just going on what I just gave you in portion of sales of houses versus units and land, there is only 56% of the properties that are on the market are houses. The remainder are unit and land. So there could be a little imbalance there in terms of houses to market, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes in terms of supply demand in terms of established houses versus units and land. So we may not be meeting the demand going forward, which will maybe create a new market once things start to relax. Now, Home Open started last week. We had good numbers through those throughout the group. We had good feedback throughout the group. So they're just as proved buyers are out there. Inquiry rates are still there. Once again, lack of stock is going to be the challenge, I think, for everyone going forward, which I think will be probably in the opposite to what everybody else has been predicting because of the virus. I think it'll put pressure on pricing on homes in a positive way for sellers. So if you're a seller in a market where we've got less competition, the probability of better pricing is certainly there. But you don't know until you try. So please, if you are thinking about selling, give our team a call and we'll come around and advise you what's been going on. But it's far more positive than people think. In terms of properties on the market compared to 12 months ago, at the same time, there was 16,676 properties on the market. So, it's a hell of a difference. So that means the market has changed. We know the virus is affected to a degree, but we know coming up into March that we're starting to have an improved market in West Australia, and I think that will continue. So keep positive. I think as these things start to be relaxed, and I think we will see that within West Australia and within Australia over the next couple of months, we're moving to probably some people think economically it doesn't look that great. Parts of the economy are certainly improving, and other parts are suffering, we know that. But overall market conditions, I think we're still going to see some positive movement. In terms of properties being leased, statistics from Real Estate Institute WA, there were 774 properties leased last week, which is still good numbers. It's a little bit down on where it was, but still in the positive direction. People are still renting and people are still looking to buy. So there are some positive indications, and once again, going back to the home opens, I think that was the first step by the government, which I think people start to see it as more positive. I think the owners will see that as more positive because we can get more direct feedback to everyone. But on the other parts about it, there's still a long way to go with this virus. We are aware of that, but certainly in West Australia, I believe we're going in the right direction. I do speak to agents in Melbourne and Sydney and other parts of Australia as well, and they're experiencing similar things to us. But I think we've got to be careful what we benchmark ourselves against in other parts of Australia. New South Wales maybe not something we want to benchmark ourselves, or Victoria. I think WA is going to have its own individual market, and I think it'll make its own individual decision in the direction which it goes. I think we will benefit because of the fact we've come out of pretty low conditions anyway, and I think we were due for growth in any case. So I think going forward it'll be far more positive than people think, but time will tell. You'll be able to tell me by the end of the year whether I'm right or wrong, but at this stage I think I believe we're heading in the right direction. We've just got to get through the negativity. On the residential side, I think we'll move quite well. Commercial, that's a completely different discussion because that's about businesses, and I think commercial is taking a very, very large hit at the moment, and I know the landlords are feeling the pinch, but time will cure that eventually. But that gets back to business confidence, and that's a different discussion for a different day. And just to finish off, and this weekend, a very, very happy Mother's Day to all the special ladies out there. Hope you all are able to get together now that some of the restrictions have been removed, and have some joy on this particular day. But to all the mums out there, the special ladies in our life, all the best for this coming Sunday. And if you want to know more about real estate, check out our website, realestateplus.com.au.